It's my privilege today, on behalf of the Awards Committee of the International Society for Environmental Epidemiology, to present the John Goldsmith Award for outstanding contributions to environmental epidemiology. The Goldsmith Award is really the highest honor for a senior leader in our field. The award is given to investigators for sustained and outstanding contributions to the knowledge and practice of environmental epidemiology. The award was created to honor the legacy of John Goldsmith, one of the organizers, early leaders, and constant supporters of ISEE, and an inspiration to many of the early environmental epidemiologists around the world. The award is given on the basis of several criteria, and the award committee considers each of the nominations. The criteria include contributions to environmental epidemiology scientific discovery, methods development, the impactful translation of environmental epidemiology into public health policy or through community engagement, an inspiration to the field of environmental epidemiology as demonstrated by recruitment of new professionals to the work or by broadening appreciation of the discipline, for mentorship of trainees and junior investigators in the field of environmental epidemiology, and for advancing the field of environmental epidemiology and the community of environmental epidemiologists, including through service in professional organizations such as ISEE. This year, we were delighted to have several outstanding nominations for the award, but the committee really reached a consensus on our awardee for this year. The members of the committee included Yoon-hee Ha from Ewha Women's University in Seoul, Timothy Lash from the Rollins School of Health at Emory University, Sylvain Cordier from INSERM, and Nelson Gouveia from Brazil. We were delighted to see the nominations that we got, and it's our pleasure to name this year's award winner as Professor Manolis Kogivinas. Dr. Kogivinas really highlights all of the best attributes that we look for in an award winner, and has also been a stalwart of ISEE and a mentor to many investigators now active in the association. Dr. Kogivinas got his medical degree at the University of Athens in Greece, earned a master's degree in epidemiology at the University of London, as well as a PhD at the University of London, and a doctorate degree in addition from the University of Athens. He currently serves as a research professor at the Barcelona Institute for Global Health, now known as IS Global, and as scientific director of a Center of Excellence, Severo Ochoa, also at IS Global. On behalf of the committee, we'd like to give a warm congratulations to Dr. Kogivinas and look forward to the comments that he's going to share with you, both in the video that follows, as well as in his much anticipated keynote address at the conference.
The Goldsmith Award at the times of COVID. No party. I'll have to live with that. I have no alternative after all. So thank you, Professor Joel Kaufman and the Awards Committee and the Council of ISEE for this award. It's extremely important. It's an honor, not only for who John Goldsmith was, but also for the history of this award in our society. And it's particularly important in these times of increased responsibility in front of the major challenges we have in a planetary scale. As one of the directors of CREAL and IS Global, I talk to tens of people and I have to deal with the European Commission. But in the end, in our own research, we work with a small group of collaborators whom you talk many times a week, and you have absolute confidence in you understand each other in one word. So thank you very much to all of you. And although it is extremely important to deal with major issues, European Green Deal, part of the attractiveness and the happiness in our work is to sit with our PhD students or the postdocs working with us and look at the table of results and try to understand them. So thank you to all my PhD students during these years for everything they have given to me. We established CREAL many years ago with Giuseppe Marianto and Jordi Sugnet, good friends and collaborators for the last 20-25 years. We share a vision for the center, we share values, we have absolute confidence and support. And we were lucky enough to be accompanied by an amazing number of international epidemiologists who helped create this very attractive research center. And apart from the formal, I really appreciate all our informal contacts and my early morning talks with Mark Nieuwenhuizen in the corridor. And I would like to thank all of my colleagues for creating this very attractive center on environmental health, one of the largest ones in the world. I work in Spain, in Catalonia, but I'm Greek and part of my work is in Greece and definitely part of my heart is in Greece. So I would like to thank, first of all, my long-term friend and colleague, Claire Katsouyani, who was the director of my thesis together with Dimitri Tsikopoulos. That was a long time ago. And particularly thank Lida Hadzi, my good friend and colleague, who came as a postdoc. We established the mother-child cohort in Greece, the REA study. Now she's professor at the USC in LA. And also thank so many more in Crete, the provost of the university, Euribe Di Stefano, and all our younger researchers in the REA study. Some of them did the thesis with me in Barcelona. We work with our own groups, but we work in a wider environment. And in Europe, we have been lucky enough to develop this very strong network of centers and researchers and create confidence between us. We can mobilize amazing resources with just one telephone call or an email, as we did with COVID-19. So thank you for our joint work and confidence to Annette, Barbara, Roel, Bert, Neil, Paulo, Marcel, Robert, Ingrid, Maria, Lorenzo, and so many more. ISEE has been extremely important in this, and ISEE has been even more important in giving a global vision through our conferences, through our international courses, our contacts that allow the development of studies in places like the Amazons. There are far too many people I would like to thank and acknowledge, so I will just acknowledge two of my colleagues as presidents of the ISEE before and after me. So Francine Leyden and Beate Reitz, thank you for the confidence, for your advice. This has been very important. I finally would like to thank a good friend and amazing scientist dedicated to the community from whom I have learned a lot, Brenda Eskenazi from Berkeley, who was kind enough also to present me for the Goldsmith Award. The other day I was reading a book by Harold Pinter, one of his plays, and in the introduction he writes, I'm not an authoritative or reliable commentator on the dramatic scene, the social scene, any scene. I write plays when I can manage it, and that's all. I could paraphrase and I could say I do studies when I can manage them, and that's all. But that's not entirely true. I do studies, and then I try to implement my studies in our societies. So thank you, ISEE, for everything you have given to me. We have done a lot together, and we have much more to do.